So I was going to make this video from character creation all the way to Lubex City, but this part, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's not much in here that's confusing, so instead I'm going to start in Lasagna, because this is the confusing part. So first things first, this map is a tutorial, so it is a no PvP zone, which means you can't kill other players and they can't kill you. Now we're going to follow this road all the way down on this map to this little village, where we're going to take our first quest from the farmer. On the right side of the road, eventually you're going to run into this house with smoke coming out of the chimney and a well in front that you can drink out of. Walk through this gate, talk to the farmer, and pick the top dialogue option until it ends. Now that you have the quest to get your free shotgun, you'll have a key in your inventory, which we're going to use just down the road here. Now running back down the road that you came from, on the left side you'll find this water tower, and at the base of that water tower there's a manhole cover that you need to walk into. Now once you're down in these caves, all you have to do is keep going straight. No turns until the very end. So just run straight all the way down and you should find your shotgun right near the end here. Once you're near the end of this cave, on the left side you'll see some light coming out of a tunnel. Walk in there and that's where your shotgun is. Now to get ammo for the shotgun, move out of this tunnel to the left and up this ladder. Once you get to the top of the ladder, you'll find this row of hangars on your left side. Skip the first one, walk into the second one. Directly on your left, there's a box on a shelf. Loot that box for 20 slugs. Now to leave this area, you're unfortunately going to have to go back down the manhole cover and run back through the tunnel the way you came. Next thing we have to do is go from this farmer here all the way down to the bottom of the map, down at Lasagna Station. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here because we're just going to run away from the farmer, slightly left across the road towards the swamp until you hit this yellow sign. And to the left of this yellow sign, you'll see that gate over there that's open. We're going to have to walk through there. While you're running through the swamp, you're going to run into dogs. Take your time. It's okay if they bite you a couple times, they're not going to kill you. Take your time, stay calm, don't panic. Now while you're running through the swamp, you're going to look out for a specific plant that is growing on the shores, kind of these swampy areas. It's called calamus. You'll need 3 of those for a future quest. If you can grab them early on, even better. Once you hit this fence towards Lasagna Station, just keep moving to the left of it. You'll eventually find this opening. I'm going to mark it on my map over here just in case. Now once you get to Lasagna Station, you're going to walk right into the building and talk to the Watchman. Top dialogue option as always, just spam through it, get his quest, and then walk out the front, and then to the right, there's a huckster leaning up against the building. Now once you've gotten the quest from the huckster, after spamming the top dialogue option as always, you're going to want to move to the opposite side of the building and there'll be this guy sitting down. Spam through this guy's dialogue 4 times. After the 4th time, he'll give you a free medkit. Now run out the back of the station towards this electrical thing out here to get the coil of wire for the Watchman. The coil of wire will be in one of these piles of garbage around the electrical thingy, and it'll always be an interactable object. So just look around a little bit. Now we run back to the opening in the fence and head back to the farmer, all while looking for calamus on the way if we didn't already grab 3. Now that we made it back to the opening in the fence by the farmer, I'm also going to mark this one on my map just to be safe. Now for once, we're not actually going to use all top dialogue options for the farmer. We're going to pick this top one that says, here's the thing, and then we do the second one down. After clicking that middle option, you can just spam the rest of the top ones. Now for this quest, this is where the 3 calamus comes into play. We're going to walk through the fence opening near the farmer, go to this house that's out here in the swamp. Now once you've made it to the house, you're going to want to look left, and there's a small doghouse. And next to that doghouse is a can in the ground. You're going to put the 3 calamus in there. Now the next thing in this quest, you're going to need a calamus root. So from the house here, if you turn around and look at this big nasty looking tree out in the swamp, that's the next place you have to go. On the way to the tree, if you find any dogs, make sure to butcher them this time, because you also need to butcher 2 dogs for their ears. So once you make it to this tree, just on the left side of it will be this, it looks just like calamus, but it's called calamus root. This only spawns here for this mission, so you can't grab this early. Now again, for the farmer, click the top option, then the middle option, and then spam the top options. Now we have to go back to Lasagna Station. So since we've already collected all the calamus and done everything in the swamp, we can take the right side road, which is much clearer, much safer, much straighter. Now that we're back at Lasagna, we're going to go in and talk to the Watchman. Now this is kind of a weird part, because if you talk to the Watchman and do the dialogue options, even though you have the coil of wire, he won't accept it. So what you have to do is you have to go into your inventory, find that coil of wire that you have, and then disassemble it, so that it turns into a different coil of wire, I guess. Now that we're done with Watchman, we go out and talk to the huckster, and of course spam the top dialogue option. He will give you a pack of batteries and an MGD. You're going to open your inventory, drag those batteries onto the MGD, and then drag the MGD onto your hotbar. Now get on the train tracks, face the station, and then turn to your right. You're going to want to follow these tracks all the way down until they end at a tunnel. Now once you get to the end of the train tracks, you'll find an anomaly in this tunnel. You can throw a rock at it so you can see it better, but there's a artifact in it that you have to get with this MGD. You take out the MGD, and you'll have to get close enough to where the little green dot on the left side screen is in the center square of that little device. Once you do that, you activate your mouse, scroll over to the screen, and click Start, and that'll start a little mini game where you have to use your arrow keys and your number pad. Also, try your best not to touch the anomaly. So now we go back to Huckster. Spam that top dialogue option, and now we have to return the MGD. So the next thing is the third option down, and then the bottom option to return the MGD to him. Now we go talk to the Watchman to get him to drink the medicine or whatever. This will be middle option, top, 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 and then bottom. And now that's it. If you want to leave this place, you get on the train tracks and go to the right, all the way down to the end, and talk to the guy that's sitting on the little cart. This is the only time you'll be able to play on this map, on this character. You cannot return to this map again. So if you want to finish any quests here, you can go finish them, explore, do whatever you need to do. Once you leave this map, I would suggest to just delete any quests that are still back here, because you will never be able to finish them, and they'll just be taking up space in your quest book. And here it is, Lubex City. This is technically another sort of tutorial map. It's more of just a beginner's map. You do have to do some quests to get out of here, but this is not a no PvP zone. People can shoot each other, you can shoot people, but be careful. It's just generally a good idea not to shoot anyone until you get shot. Then you can defend yourself. Brief summary of something here. When someone's name is white, that means they are not aggressive, they're just normal. When their name is blue, that means they recently shot another player, or they shot inside a safe zone. which means they can be killed without penalty. They will also be shot by NPC guards. If their name is red, that means they have killed so many other people that were not blue, and they've racked up enough karma that they will now be killed on sight by any NPC, and there is no repercussions for shooting and killing them. Your name won't even turn blue if you shoot someone whose name is red. So, be careful. Your main quest line here is going to be from Colia Acid. He's the guy in the wheelchair in the middle of this station. But this is much more of an open world kind of map. It's still quite small, but you're not going to feel too trapped in here as opposed to the last map. And other people can come and help you. Like other very highly geared people can come back to this map and help you out, which means other more toxic highly geared people can come back and try and mess with new players. So be on the lookout, be careful. Speaking of high-level players coming back here to feel tough, here's a few idiots now. It's a perfect example of dumb people. So what this guy's trying to do is he's trying to bait me into turning my name blue, which means he wouldn't get any penalty to killing me. If he were to kill me without my name being blue, he would get a massive penalty because he's a much higher level and I'm a much lower level. And if you get a high penalty back in this map as a high level player, it's very hard to survive. What you can do if this happens to you, if you run into stupid people like these, open up your chat bar with enter, type @voicebox space, and that'll turn into a whisper. I need help in Lubex. There is idiots here. And then send. That's it. That's the video. I hope it was useful. I hope that I didn't miss anything. If anyone does have any different tips and tricks, leave them in the comments. I may do a video on this map and how to get out of here. It's a brutal game, but it gets more and more fun the more addicted you get to it. I promise.